Welcome to the Investment Process Channel. I am C3 Christopher Campbell. This is the channel where we teach people how to create generational wealth through trading. Let's get into week 44. Week 44. Um, Again, if you have not hit that thumbs up button, really appreciate it, and also share the channel. Again, we're trying to get our numbers up. We're trying to hit 1,000, our first 1,000. Those of you guys that have been here since day one, I really appreciate your you come by and your loyalty. Again, if this information has been useful, please share the channel. Please share the channel. So let's take a look at the trading, the end of the month for October and the beginning of the month for November. Again, we have like 3 days left. No, 2 days, 30th and 31st. So we got 2 days in this trading week. Excuse me, got 2 days left in the trading month, and then we start a whole new month. So let's take a look at see what we're going to be looking at price to do, and within this time frame. Again, we got 2 days. Let's get into it. Okay, here we are, NAS. Let's go out to the monthly. So we hit our target of 14,258 last week. Again, this is what we were looking at. You see, we had a spot here we were looking for price to come back to, and this is our new, what is this, 132.77. This is our new area we're looking for price to continue down to. It broke this low for the month here, and with the week coming up, I don't really see for the first 2 days too much movement, but we're probably looking at price to pull back into, what is it, 144.43, and then continue down here to 132.52. Let's see what we got that's going to support that. Again, good trading week. Just going to go over really quickly. This is the range we were looking for price to move into. You see it came right back into this area right here. This on the daily. Came right back into here, then continue down. We even had a gap down the last day. And excuse me, what is this? Give me 1 second as let me look. I'll make sure I'm going right. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So the day before we had a gap down, you see price came right back into this area, then continue down. Then we had a gap up, and price, still even continue down here. What is this? The close was 141.21. Then let's look at here. Those are like almost similar, right? The close of this candle and then the low of this candle. So likelihood price is going to revisit that area as high, right? This cleaned up this gap. Again, we were looking for price to come down to 142.58, and it made it there. So it did exactly what we thought it was going to do. Clean up this imbalance and then continue down. So great time to trade. Plenty of opportunities to be in this trade, even on Thursday. Looking at that and riding it down until price closed past 142. That was my TP. That's when I found this new level down here, 132.76. So okay, that was last week. Let's look at this week and see what the month is going to lead to. Okay, looking at NAS for the month again. It came right down in here to this area, closed below here. So I'm not sure what it's going to do these first couple of days. I'm probably looking for price action to start really doing something on Wednesday, because again, it's the close of the month. I'm not really looking for price to do too much. It may pull back closer to this area, or it might just kind of do a sideways motion. But we'll let price show us what it's going to do. So right now, the plan is looking at this here, even for the monthly, and we'll go to the weekly to see if this is backed up. he price to pull back to that area. It may be next week. It might get to this area, but I'm looking for price to pull back into that area and then continue down to here. So pretty much for the month of November, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot of price action. Again, everybody in my group, what we're talking about is specifically go back and look at the history, see how price is moving like in November, December, all the way from what is it like 2016, depending on how far your whatever you're using goes. What do we got here? We got 2001, but you can go every year all the way back to look like 2001 and see how price really is reacting the last few months of the year, right? So, with that being said, in my mind, there's going to be plenty of opportunity. Here's where we're looking for price to move back to. Looks like it may even pull all the way back into this area here for the daily. So if I was, trying to be a little bit more precise, here's our daily. And that's 146.08. Looking for prices to come back and touch that area, then continue down. Let's look at this 4 hours, see what it is looking like. Yeah, there's a gap right here. Excuse me, not a gap. I apologize. There's imbalance right here. And we got one more. I love these. For me, if I see two imbalances, and I know, like you see here, this gap, prices kind of like went up there, high five, then it came back down. Looking for price to come back up into these areas. It goes all the way back out into our monthly, right? Monthly, we know it's going to come here, but it looks like it's going to pull all the way probably back into this area here, then continue down. So again, Monday and Tuesday, it might start moving back. By Wednesday, we're looking for price to, fully have probably come back into this area, then continue down. Either way, if it just decides to continue on down too, we're looking, right? We're paying attention to it. So what I'll be looking for is exactly what we see here that happened on Friday, which got a nice little bullish candle. And we'll probably get another bullish daily candle, then another one. And then, Wednesday we'll probably, pop into this area again, then continue down, right? So that's really what I'm looking for. Some people going to ride it back up. Again, overall, we're looking at NAS has been bearish, right? It's been bearish the past 3 months. I'm not really looking for momentum to change. Just understand where we are in our time and what we're looking for. So let's look at this range. So yes, here's our range. The price is moving in right now. And again, 4 hour. Yes, we're looking for price to come all the way back up to here. I'm looking to probably get some position for sales anywhere in this area or this area. If I see we get a confirmation that price is gonna, start to make a turn and come back, into a selling position, then I'll get in here. If I see it pop all the way up to here, then I'll get in here. But I know, like mainly, I'm looking for price to come into this area. If it comes up to here, that's even better. That's even better. We see we got a little bit of imbalance right here. Excuse me, a candle with no wick. So it may just keep going up here until we clean all of this up and then continue down. We're gonna let price tell us what it's gonna do. And again, that's on the 4 hour. On the daily. If we see price break below here, like on Wednesday, It might not even get all the way back up to here, right? It might just do some sideways motion. And then we have price literally breaking this structure right here. Then, a little pullback and then continuing down. So that's really what I'm looking at. I'm looking again. I want price to come back into this area here, 146.10, and then continue on down here all the way to. And actually, I'm gonna make this. This is our new monthly goal. So 133.20. Excuse me, 132.54. 132.54. I think that's going to be our new goal for the month. And hey, nothing wrong with it, man. Nothing wrong with it. Again, looking for price to continue on to be bearish. There's nothing that has been showing that price is slowing down, being bearish for the towards the end of the year. If we get some kind of other signal that price is changing. Okay, let's move over to gold. Okay, looking at gold. Here's our daily 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, right here. I mean, we were looking for price to, come into this area and do its thing. It only made it back to this. See, this is one of those cases where we look at the imbalance. It only made it to this imbalance. It didn't come all the way back down. Overall, gold has been showing us bullish for the month, and it's steady going up. Broke this high on the weekly. It's likely probably going to keep trying to go for this new high here and break some new high. Not mad at gold for getting that big push. This is the reality. Again, we're looking at what price is doing when. We got the weekly showing here. We got some imbalances here. Will price come back into that area for the new month? We don't know. So let's just make our plan based off of what the market is giving us right now. So again, plenty of opportunities for bullish positions last week. Anywhere in this area here, you should have been getting buys. And if we look at the Fibonacci, we pull our Fibonacci from our range, top of our range here. And we see price didn't make it all the way back down to here where price was at a discount. Since we're trying to, since the market has been bullish, we're trying to get it, we're trying to create a best buy situation, right? So, anywhere where price is at a discount, that's where we want to be, getting ours. However, we saw price pulled into this area right here at the 50% mark from our range, and there was support there. So now we go ahead and move this up to this support area, and we see anywhere below 1975 was a good place to get a buy, and and that's close to 1978, right? That's what, plus or minus like 300 pips. Anywhere in there, that would have been a good place to get a buy. That you could have rolled it up to 1999 here, and you see all the way up to 2005 is where price went to, and above that, actually 2008. So again, price went exactly where we thought it was going to go. Again, by the market being in a bullish market, and we set the goals. So gold has been doing that drive, and it showed up and showed out. So let's go into next week. This week, excuse me. Let's go into this week and how price is going to probably move with a great probability, and then continue into November. Okay, again, looking at gold monthly, again, bullish. Really looking for price to come back down into this area. You see it took out this quote unquote candle with no wick. On a monthly, the wick is probably just like itty bitty. But look for price to come back into this area right here to pull back once the month is closed. So it probably will start pulling back a little bit. Hit this wick, get a nice little wick on it, pull all the way back down, and then continue up. It's already broke this high here. We're looking for, if we take a look here, look at our monthly. Prices tried, what is this here? 2079 a couple times, right? So the last time it hit 2079, this like was probably 2077. So it's been here 3 times with since 2020. So we're looking for gold to break a new high. We're looking for gold to break a new high. So again, look for price to come back into this area. Let's look on a weekly and see roughly where. So we got a nice little imbalance down here, imbalance right here. So I would be. Let's do this. This is weekly. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Price may or may not come back all the way down here. That would be awesome if it came all the way back down here and then continued up. That would be a nice run. Um, can it? Yes, it's good potential. However, we got an imbalance here and an imbalance here. It kind of cleaned up this candle with no wick. I'm probably just looking for price to come back here to 1952 on this trend line right here. Let's do daily. See what it looks like. Yeah, see we have a area right here. Let's go ahead and set up our range for the week. For price to be right in this area here. So we got a nice area right here where price can come back to. So we got a nice area right here where price can probably come back to, and I had to take my headset off. We got a nice area right here where price can probably come back to. And you see we have a nice gap right down here on the daily. Excuse me, not a gap. We got a nice imbalance down here on a daily. So definitely look for price to come right back into this area. If it continues down and breaks the structure and come all the way back down here for the beginning of the month, that would be ideal. Again, looking for price to at least hit this trend line right here. What is this? 1950, 1952. At least hit there and come into this area and then continue up. That's ideal. It might continue down a little bit further than that before continuing up. But then again, we're really looking for a price to come all the way up to 2079. So let's just keep our eye out right now. Again, the market is just open, so it's getting active, and you see it's already pulling back. So yes, definitely looking for price to come back in 1931 into this area right here, and then continue up. What it may do the next couple of days, again, it may only come right to here, consolidate a little bit, and wait for the beginning of the month, pull back, and then continue on up. So we'll be looking for buys from this area. Let's look at the Fibonacci really quickly. So as you can see right here, so that imbalance is right there. 1946, anything below 1946 is ideal time to start getting buys. If it breaks down past, what is this? What's the open here? 1919. If it drops below here and comes down here, then we're looking for price to maybe even potentially pull all the way back down here. However, we saw previously filling gaps with gold being this aggressive is not a top priority. So it may push, to the end of the year, just keep pushing up, especially to clear up this 2079, right? Not clear it up, but break it, because it has a new high right now. So that's what we're looking for right now. We're looking for gold to keep being bullish, keep doing what it's doing. So let's go over here to British pound Japanese yen. So British pound Japanese yen, it didn't do too much last week. It was consolidating, and as you can see, it was moving within these two areas right here. Let me zoom out a little bit. You see, we had it marked up. We had our range here, 182.94 to 180.97, and price just kept moving in there. You see, it actually broke structure right here on. Let me see, what is that? The daily, yeah, 4-hour daily. It broke structure, and once we got that confirmation on the 4-hour right here, that it was coming back down. That was a nice place, because we see overall British pound Japanese yen was bearish. That was a nice place to at least get it back down to 181.67. You know, um, nice little quick in and out. Not a lot of pips, but it's it was enough to get your teeth wet. About 200 pips. Yeah, 200 pips. Um, 40. Yeah. Stop loss around 40. 200 pips. That's a 1 to 5. If you'd have hit down here, one to 4. Um, that's why you just got to be prepared. You just got to be prepared. Again, bearish month. Price didn't do too much action, but if you're working within the range, you got a lot of good positions you can take just to get a couple pips and do what you need to do. Okay, so let's take a look at what it's going to look like for the rest of the week. Okay, going back to the monthly again, we're in a bearish month. My thoughts is we're gonna get a little pullback, as you can see up here. You're gonna get a little pullback. Let's see what it might look like, and then it will continue down here. We're looking for price to at least come back into this area here and challenge this 160, 176.12, and potentially come down here to what's this high here? 174.40. Look for price to at least come back into that area. Hopefully, at some point soon. Again, end of the year, end of the month, highly likelihood things are going to keep continuing the way they're going to continue, and it's going to be a lot of good price action towards the end of the year. So with that being said, let's take a look at how we can participate in the market with what we have today. Okay, that gap has been kind of closed. It's touched it like 3 times at least. Daily. Again, if we get a nice close, I'm looking at probably a nice 4-hour close. Below here, 179.83 and 179.84-ish. Get a 4-hour close below that, get a pullback, and for it to continue down. Down to 176.12. That's what we're looking at. Let me see what the pullback is going to be for the month. Here we go. So with what we have right now, market here. This is our 4-hour. Probably looking on price to come right into this area right here. And then continue down. And if you take a look at the monthly, it's not showing up. 4-hour. Should show up on a daily. Yep, there you go. That's a good area for price to pull back to for the month before continuing down. So we're going to get a nice little consolidation. You'll probably see some sideways movement for the next couple of days. It'll probably come into this area again and kind of move to this low. Then probably shoot down, come back up here again around Wednesday. Then continue down. That's what I would be looking at right now. Again, overall, British pound, Japanese yen is bearish. Looking at I was looking at the actual pairs by themselves. Not the pair. I was looking at the currency by itself, and I was looking at British pound and Japanese yen, and both of them are moving in positive direction. So there wasn't a lot of movement last week. It was just kind of consolidating. So with that being said, definitely here, at least pulling back into this area, then continuing down. Again, what that actually looks like. Daily, 4-hour. Daily. I actually want to say this is our range. Yep, I'm going to say that's our range. And for price to pull back into that area. Yeah. So, and look, you see price opened up already and kind of touch that area. So then I'm looking forward to continue up, get a nice solid touch in this area. Then again, probably get some of this motion here into this area, and then it'll drop down. What day it'll happen? Probably looking more towards Wednesday. Again, end of the month. Got 2 days left, 30, 31st. And by the first, we'll probably be looking for the monthly to, do some pulling back into the bullish range and then drop down, since right now British pound Japanese yen overall is bearish. So that's our trading plan for the week. Thank you for joining. Again, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and please share the channel. Please click on the share link and drop it in somebody's box. Again, we're trying to get to 1,000 people. This is how we get our how the algorithm works. This is how we get in front of as many people as possible. So thank you for joining the channel, and thanks everybody for being here. Have a great trading week.